Well, if it is true that practice makes perfect, it is also true that practicing bad habits makes you perfect at bad things. Yeah. Why would practice make perfect only when you do the good things, but practice not make perfect when you're doing the bad things? And the sad reality is that we spend a lot of our times being perfect at doing badly. We spend a lot of time being perfect at thinking negatively. We spend a lot of our time practicing not meeting deadlines, not doing what is necessary, to succeed. How many of us spend enough time reading versus being on social media trolling or just browsing and just looking at the useless information? So you practice spending more time on social media doing negative things, doing useless things. You become perfect at it. And that's one of the reasons why you're so comfortable spending hours on end. You know that an average person spends over 3 hours a day on social media. That some years back, a research had said that an average person would have spent 18 years of their lives in front of a television. 18 years of their lives in front of a television. What? For entertainment. The fact of the matter is that we have become so good at doing bad things that we don't even realize that we have to change that. So I would dare say that before you complain about all the wrong that has taken place in your life and all the things that have not happened the way that they should have happened, you got to ask yourself this one question. Have you done your best to ensure that you're ready for whatever opportunities that you are preparing yourself for whatever job that you're going to go out there and apply for whatever business opportunity that you're going out there and get started? How much do you know about the business itself? How much do you understand about the market that you're going into? What about your product? What is the longevity of your product? When you enter the market right now with the product, especially post-COVID-19 and with the escalation of technology, how long before your product that you're offering to the market becomes redundant, that the market no longer needs? You see, we don't know all of those things because we have become so bad at not knowing those things that we become so good at not knowing those things. We have practiced not knowing them. Now we become so good at not knowing them. And then we think that what we need is for someone to come out there, some Messiah to come out there and to come and rescue us. And we become victims. We become so good. We have practiced living as victims so well that we become so incredibly good at being victims. Like we have a master's degree, of a PhD in victimhood. But all of that can change though. And mindset development can help you with that. When you begin to learn and understand how you think and how the way you think is actually the biggest enemy that you have. But that when you think correctly, it becomes your greatest power, your greatest ally. It becomes the very thing that leads in the way that you see things, in how you see yourself, in how you see opportunities, in how you view the world, and how you look at yourself confidently instead of looking at yourself negatively. And it's looking at people as possible allies instead of being suspicious. I mean, you see so many negative, quotes and thoughts out there, not caring, cutting people off, just taking pride in just being belligerent and being being a bigot and being, just an imperious person, rude and just not getting along with people as if it's some kind of a virtue, like being rude is a virtue. And then you turn around and say, hey, listen, I've got a business, please support my business. You just imagine for a second that person not having delivered what they promised to deliver, and you've paid them money and how it's going to turn out. And then you immediately just say, you know what, I'm not going to buy anything from that person. I don't care if they're my race. I don't care if they're my ethnicity. I don't care if they're my gender. I don't care if they come from the same town as I come from. I don't care. I just don't want to deal with that kind of rudeness. I don't need that kind of foolishness in my life. And we have become very good. We have practiced being so negative and being so belligerent that we become good at it and that we alienate even possible clients. So think about it. Is it really as bad as you say it is? Or have you become so good at seeing how bad it is that you don't see how good it can be? You don't want to entertain how good it can be. And you have resigned yourself rather to passivity and the victimhood.